Before the first story was told, before the first name was spoken into existence, there was a silence so deep it pressed against the fabric of reality itself. Out of that silence emerged forces older than memory, shaping a universe that did not yet understand itself. Among those forces was Odin. He was not born into wisdom, he carved himself into it. From the beginning, Odin was restless. While other gods reveled in creation and celebration, Odin listened to the hum beneath existence, the quiet warning that all things, no matter how divine, were temporary. He sensed that the universe moved toward an ending long before anyone else dared to consider it. Odin ruled Asgard as the Allfather, yet he never ruled through comfort. His throne was not a place of rest, but of vigilance. He watched the worlds not as a guardian alone, but as a student studying an inevitable collapse. He understood something fundamental. Ignorance is a kind of mercy, and wisdom is its opposite. That truth haunted him. Odin sought knowledge not because it pleased him, but because he feared what would happen if he did not. He believed that to face the end unprepared was worse than never knowing joy at all. His first great journey took him far from the halls of the gods, to a place untouched by pride or power, the Well of Mimir. The water did not shimmer with beauty, it reflected truth. And truth, Odin knew, always demanded payment. Mimir did not threaten him. The well did not resist him. The price was simply stated, and Odin understood immediately. Sight is comfort. Sight is familiarity. To lose it was to accept permanent imbalance. Yet Odin did not hesitate. He tore the eye from his own face and cast it into the depths. Pain followed, but it was brief. Understanding followed, and it was endless. The world unfolded before him, not as separate moments, but as a woven tapestry. He saw beginnings hidden inside endings, victories rotting into failures, love hardening into loss. He saw the gods themselves as brief flames against a vast dark. And worst of all, he saw Ragnarok, not as a possibility, but as certainty. From that moment forward, Odin lived with a knowledge no one else possessed. His laughter grew rare. His words grew careful. He had seen too much to speak lightly. Yet knowledge fades when it is not guarded. Odin feared forgetting more than he feared death, so he shaped thought and memory into living form. 2 ravens took flight from his will, Hugin and Munin. Every dawn they traveled the 9 worlds. They saw oaths sworn and broken. They saw heroes rise and betray their own ideals. They saw civilizations bloom and collapse into dust. When night fell, they returned, whispering everything into Odin's ears. Each whisper added weight. Odin began to understand that wisdom does not liberate, it isolates. As a god of war, Odin did not glorify battle, he studied it. Battlefields revealed truth stripped bare. Fear revealed character. Death revealed meaning. Odin chose the fallen not randomly, but deliberately. Those with resolve were taken to Valhalla, not for reward, but preparation. Valhalla was never paradise, it was rehearsal. There, warriors fought and died repeatedly, learning to face the end without flinching. Odin watched them closely. Strength mattered, but endurance mattered more. Courage mattered, but acceptance mattered most. Because Odin knew something they did not. No amount of training would change the final outcome. Still, Odin searched. He believed that if fate could not be avoided, it could at least be understood fully. That belief led him to the world tree, Yggdrasil, the spine of existence itself. What Odin did there was not an act of madness. It was an act of surrender. He pierced himself with his spear and hung from the tree, offering his life to the structure of reality itself. No feast sustained him. No god comforted him. Pain erased time. Hunger erased thought. For 9 nights and 9 days, Odin existed between being and nothingness. He felt himself dissolve. He confronted despair, not as an enemy, but as a teacher. At the edge of death, the runes emerged. They were not gifts, they were revelations. Symbols of cosmic law, capable of shaping fate, bending reality, and rewriting destiny. Odin seized them not with triumph, but with reverence. When he fell from the tree, he was reborn. Not stronger, but heavier, because wisdom carries weight. From then on, Odin walked the worlds as a wanderer. He cloaked himself in weakness to study strength. He hid his divinity to test humility. He spoke in riddles because truth spoken plainly is often ignored. Kings failed him. Beggars impressed him. Warriors disappointed him. Children startled him with insight. Odin learned that knowledge without empathy becomes cruelty, and empathy without knowledge becomes blindness. And always, the vision of Ragnarok burned in his mind. He knew Fenrir would break free. He knew the seas would rise. He knew the sky would tear open. And he knew the wolf would devour him. Yet Odin never sought escape, because Odin believed that dignity lies not in survival, but in facing the inevitable with open eyes. That is why Odin is not remembered as a god of comfort or peace. He is remembered as a god of truth, a god who sacrificed sight for vision, a god who sacrificed life for understanding, a god who accepted that even gods must end. Odin teaches that wisdom is not light, it is fire. It warms, but it burns. It reveals, but it scars. And even now, his presence lingers. In the questions we are afraid to ask, in the truths we sense but avoid, in the courage required to face endings without illusion. When ravens cross a silent sky, when curiosity outweighs fear, when sacrifice feels unavoidable, Odin is there, watching, remembering, waiting. For those who choose wisdom, even when it costs everything.